Hey, everybody. Welcome to this segment of Sisters Cafe. You know the drill. Take a moment, share this with your friends and your family and the people at work and the people at church. Take a moment, go to the Sisters Cafe page and share it to everybody on your platform. And I am going to do the same. I'm super excited because it's Tuesday. I'm excited every day. Y'all already know that. But it's Travel Tuesday as well. Why? Because we like to travel. But I'm super excited. But share before I get to talking. Share this with everybody. So I'm super excited because we are once again impromptu live. Y'all, this is going to be good. I hope you're excited because I am excited. But welcome to this segment where we grab our cups, pull up to the table, and have the conversations that help women grow, heal, build, and win in every area of their life. I'm your host, Gladys B, and today we have a powerhouse at the table. When I say purpose, branding, media, resilience, faith, service, and legacy all wrapped up in one woman, I am talking about today's guest, Miss Meka Diamond Starks of Meka Diamond Inc. and Meka Diamond Academy. She is an author, a branding expert, media mogul, radio personality, community advocate, and a woman whose life proves that when God gives you vision, he also gives you the grace to carry it. So, ladies, tag a sister, share this live, and help me welcome Miss Meka Diamond Starks.
What a
Hey, Meka.
welcome. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I am actually home this week. So I'm doing good.
Wow.
I'm
So,
doing good.
you've been pretty busy. I saw you spent Mother's Day with your family. How
I
was that?
did. It was good. It was good. Sometimes you just need a break away from the norm, right? Change your atmosphere, and just be centered around love. It's not no time schedule. And I had a really, really amazing time just being able to pull back the layers and relax. And I'm a country girl, so I love being in the country where everything is slowed down, it's not fast. And so I had a really, really, really good weekend. Good weekend. Happy Mother's Day to you as
Oh,
well.
and thank you. Thank you very much. I love Mother's Day.
Hmm.
If I could change anything about Mother's Day, although they're old, I still wish I could spend it with all of them at the same time. I really, really do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'll ever get over that part, but
Mhm.
I think that's at least any other day. I want to be with them.
Yeah.
I put some pictures together on that day,
Hmm.
and it was just kind of cool. Not that I don't see it, but I'm looking at the growth where it just
Hmm.
started off as just me and the one kid, then it's me and the other two, and then now it's me and them. We riding, but now we got a daughter-in-law and a dog. Then we got another daughter-in-law. We got two grandkids, and guess what?
Hmm.
We got another one on the way.
Oh, wow.
I am
Okay.
super excited. So now my oldest and his wife are pregnant.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my baby is the one who has all my grandkids right now.
Gotcha.
But number one is having his number one. So
Oh, wow.
but
That's
they're in
exciting.
Florida.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I guess I'll be rolling coast to coast for a while. California, Florida, California,
Yeah.
Florida. Just but I'm all the way here for it though.
Yeah.
I'm
For
all the
sure.
way here for it. I'm super excited and I feel super duper blessed to
Hmm.
even that I am a mom.
Yeah.
You
For
know,
sure. For
I
sure.
didn't think it was gonna go that way because that wasn't really in my plan.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't change it for the world now.
Hmm.
I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't. But I'm super excited that you are here because just a little bit of background to all the audience people. Um, I reached out to you because I saw you, I think, on Morning Tea
Yes.
or
Uh-huh.
something. I don't know what it was, but I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I was loving the energy. And I'm like, I like her.
Yeah.
It was something that resonated with me.
Hmm.
And what was crazier than that is I don't feel like I just met you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just kind of feels natural.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen often. You know, as I
Mm-hmm.
was telling you about me being an introvert. So it's not
Yes.
really many times I reach out like that, but I'm like, you felt comfortable
Yeah.
for me. So
Yeah.
that was cool. But
Mm-hmm.
I have a big question for you, and that
Okay.
is, ma'am, what's in your cup?
What is in my cup? So I have some hibiscus strawberry lemonade, is what I have in my cup. That's what
Mm.
I have in my cup. You can see the
Now, is
particles
it
of the hibiscus.
homemade? Did you make it yourself?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I did not. I went to the good old Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I went
Good
on to the
old
good old
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A and I
I
put it
like
in this
that.
real pretty cup.
You know what? You're making it look fabulous. It makes me want to go get some hibiscus.
It is really good. It really is. You know,
I
trying to
bet
stay
it
away
is.
from so much soda and all of the things, but and I
So
like hibiscus
is
tea.
it fizzy?
No, it's not fizzy. It's like a lemonade, but it's
Okay.
hibiscus. Yeah, it has
Okay.
hibiscus, and there's a lot of benefits to hibiscus too. So you know, even though there's a little bit of sugar with the lemonade, it still balances out as a healthy drink for me.
It's better than soda.
Yeah, it is. See,
Right.
that's you know,
Right.
we here,
Right.
we here.
I actually switched to diet soda a long time ago,
Hmm.
and now I can't even drink regular soda.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's really weird. But that's the same thing happened with me with bacon. I switched
Hmm.
to turkey bacon. So now bacon, I cannot.
Yeah,
I cannot.
yeah.
But turkey bacon gave me more slices.
Hmm.
And my oldest was putting down a pack of regular bacon himself. So I thought, okay, let me get a bigger pack,
Yes.
without paying $20. So I just switched to turkey bacon. They ate
Yeah.
it just like it was regular bacon. So
Isn't it something how you can change the way that you eat and then your body actually reverts to where you can eat it? I did that with cheese. I went on a fast. I
oh,
did the Daniel's fast for 21 days, but I extended mine for 40 days, right? And I tried cheese after that. And it's not that I have to eat everything dairy free, but the cheese did some damage on me. And I tried
really?
it 3 times. And after the third time, I said, Lord, if you allow me to wake up in the morning, I promise you I will not eat another piece of cheese. And it's been about
Mm.
5 years now since I've had cheese.
Any kind of cheese?
Any kind, well, no, it's cheddar cheese, cheddar and American cheese, because I can eat Philadelphia cream cheese,
Okay.
because I can eat cheesecake, but it's just
Okay.
that American and cheddar. Swiss
So
cheese, mm-mm,
what do you put on your hamburgers?
no cheese. Or at one time I was eating vegan cheese, but it really did some damage.
Please help me understand what vegan cheese is.
So it's a cheese that doesn't have any dairy in it. I don't even know how they make it up,
I was
but
going to
when I
ask you,
was
so how is it cheese?
I have no idea. They just
Okay.
call it vegan cheese, and I tried it. Actually, I tried it when we were on the Daniel's fast. So a lot of foods that I ate during that time, because it was vegan food, of course, they don't have any dairy in any of their foods. And so with me trying, because you get tired of just eating salad and vegetables, you got to find
Ooh,
something
for
else.
real. For real.
So I tried mushrooms, and just a lot of different ways that you can eat the same things that you like. But like cauliflower nuggets, I was eating nuggets that taste just like chicken nuggets. And so it was a lot of things that I had to change up because I got tired of just eating the vegetables. I would take the impossible meat and make spaghetti, just different things that you can
And
do that would alter the way that you eat.
you don't taste the difference at all?
See, here's the
You-
thing. When I couldn't eat it, I had no choice but to eat it. You understand? So it's
Got it.
almost like you
Got
with
it.
the turkey bacon. You tried the
Got it.
turkey
Got it.
bacon and your body got adjusted to eating that. So it reverted. So if you was to eat bacon, your body would have an adverse effect
Right.
because you haven't been
Right.
eating it. So it's just those type of things. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess it's equivalent also to turkey meat, turkey ground beef,
Mm-hmm.
turkey whatever.
Yep.
The impossible meat. So I did try to do cauliflower. I'm a rice fan.
Mm.
Like I can make rice in a pot and eat it out the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't share with nobody. So I had to find a balance either
Mhm.
cut it out or do
Yeah.
something else. Because even though I told myself you can only have, I think they said a handful or a
Mhm.
cupful,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, I can't do a cupful.
Yeah.
I didn't have the discipline, so I cut off rice completely. And then I'm like, wait, but I miss it. So I tried the cauliflower rice because I'm like, well, it could give me the feel of it. And
Yeah.
I couldn't. I couldn't. Needless to say, I'm back eating rice. But I just don't eat it as much.
Mhm.
I decided I can be disciplined. I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Telling myself I can't, that's where it makes me where I can't.
Mhm.
But if I say I can, if we change our language and we change
Yeah.
our perception, we change
Yeah.
our mindset,
Mhm.
anything can be done.
Yeah.
Anything can be done. So now I tell myself I am disciplined. It got to the point where I'm like, I don't even want that. I don't even
Yeah.
want that. So it
Mhm.
made it feel like it was a choice.
Yes.
And the same with some of us who get up and we fuss because we got to go to work.
Mhm.
And I used to be like, oh, like, why? Why do I have to wake up? And then it got
Yeah.
to the point where I'm like, wait, I get to go to work.
Mhm.
I get to get up and go to work.
Mhm.
I get to go earn a paycheck.
Yeah.
So it really changed my mindset and
Mhm.
the way I looked at things with everything.
Mhm.
And to keep practicing um it makes it easier and it becomes
Yeah.
a part of you. So, it's a lot. I read up on you.
It's
I
a lot.
Facebook stalked you to learn a little bit about you. And I'm a I'm amazed. I'm amazed.
Thank
I'm
you.
impressed. I'm
Thank you.
impressed. I love hard workers.
Mhm.
I like people who press through, especially when it's a story of, oh, that didn't go so well, but yeah, I
Yeah.
bounced back.
Yeah.
I love that. But behind if we take off the cameras and the
Mhm.
titles and the platforms, who is Meka Diamond Starks?
Well, so if you take off all, and I love this part of any type of interview because people always see the glitz and glam and all the other stuff, but they don't really know you really
Right.
are digging through the trenches for it all, right?
Right.
So me, when I'm not doing community service, what I love to vacation. I love to binge watch cooking shows. That is my thing. Like me and Gordon Ramsay are like this, right? So I have my husband and I, we love watching cooking shows. I really just like to relax, no schedule, impromptu things. I love to vacation. I love to get out of the same scenery to be able to, you just never know. Sometimes when you get out of your routine of things and just change the atmosphere, you creatively come up with more ideas. You get a mental break. Sometimes if you're looking for a God's direction in certain things, sometimes you have to get out of your own element to be able to hear clearly. And so I love that. That's who I am. I love to serve. I
Mm.
love to be able to say I was a part of someone's journey when it comes to whatever that journey looks like, changing the narrative. I did an event on Friday with a nonprofit here titled Where Are You Outreach. That is a nonprofit organization that caters to the homeless. And so I was so thrilled to be able to pull back, come out of retirement of a hairstylist and be able to serve some of the women that were in the shelter and just to see the little things that sometimes we overlook because we're so used to having makeup. We're so used to getting our hair done. We're so used to putting on clothes and changing. And you have situation scenarios where there are ladies that don't have that option. So for me to be able to witness the smiles, for them to take away from what their thought process was before they walked into the room just for a little bit, those are things that I absolutely love to do.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I don't think people understand how much of a difference that day made for them
Yeah,
and for the people who serve,
right.
because that's a memory, that's a joy.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a servant, and it sounds like you are a servant from the
Yes.
heart,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you great joy. Some
Yes.
people don't understand this. It's not, I need money. It's not,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I need this, I need that. But just giving back
Yeah.
is really sometimes all you need because you do make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You do make a difference. So, out of everything and what you are doing today, what shaped you into the woman you are now?
Um, so I think I'll be honest, I believe servant leadership shaped me. Sometimes, and even as a young child, and a lot of people don't know this, well, my mom knows, when I was in elementary school, this is how far it goes back to serve for me. Some people started when they were, they were a woman or male, young, depending on your upbringing and how you serve with those around you. However, I was in elementary school when I took the place where I stopped going to recess and I would go to the classrooms with the students that were, in special needs students. And I would play games with them. I would color with them. I would, clap with them just to make them smile. And that was a decision that I made myself as someone in elementary school. My mom didn't make me do it. I just loved being able to see them smile, even in the moment. So that's how far it goes back for me. Now, I don't count those hours, of course, because I was in elementary school, but I took away my own time of playing outside to be able to serve those children that had disabilities and weren't able to just hang with the regular students. And, that it just made me smile. So I think it shaped me from way back then. Like, I didn't know, I think it showed my heart and purity when I was a young girl. And so when my brother got killed in 2007, and my promise to him was I was going to be his walking spirit here on earth by doing community service. So my drive, my passion was, I don't care what's going on. I'm going to do my part because I want people to know who you are. Even though you're not walking, I'm going to be the walker for you. I'm going to do the community service, and people are going to know my heart to serve comes from making sure that your name is attached to everything that I do. So when it comes to community, that's my drive. That's my passion of making sure that I honor what I said to my brother in 2007. So
Wow. And I'm sorry for your loss.
thank you.
Yeah, I've lost both mine.
Mm.
Um, yeah, that's a whole nother show.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
that's just the just going through that
Yeah.
in itself. My oldest brother committed suicide,
Mm.
which was really the first time I had ever known a person of color
Mm-hmm.
to do that. I
Yeah.
didn't know we did that. But what hurt me the most, I guess, is to know it was that bad for him
Yeah.
and we didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you not see that? Are we so
Mm-hmm.
wrapped up in ourselves and
Yeah.
our everyday lives that we don't understand that somebody right next to us
Mm-hmm.
is hurting so bad that the only out
Yeah.
was ending it?
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time, I'm like, how did I not see that?
Yeah.
You know, and even the last time we talked, because we grown, we going on about our business and all that. And the last time I talked to him, I was teasing him because he was saying whatever his marriage wasn't going right and blah blah blah. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember saying, "Why you acting like a little girl?"
Mm.
Because that's how we talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the last conversation we had.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, oh, why didn't I see that he was hurting? I was so busy playing with him that I didn't see that. But again,
Sorry about your
we have
loss.
we have to
Yeah.
we have to be more,
Mhm.
I don't know the word, more observant, I guess. We be
Mindful
so
for one.
mindful,
And
mindful.
mhm.
We're
And
so
I
busy
think
in the
too, we
hustle
have
and
to
bustle.
be,
I'm sorry.
yes. No, 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 no. I was gonna say the same thing. We're so caught up into the transactional things that we do on a day to day to the point to where we lose sight. And one of my decisions in 2026, and I've been saying this since January, is that I'm gonna learn the balance of it all
Mm,
because we get so caught up into the things that we need to do every single day that sometimes we miss the smell of the roses. We don't seize the moments. We don't take advantage of the opportunities to have balance and have boundaries and be firm in those boundaries, because sometimes we do. And then sometimes we also have to be mindful of if someone is sharing something with you, don't just blow it off and take it as minute, because it could be something that could be detrimental or the last hope that they have based on who they're talking to and who they're sharing certain things with. And so we have to be mindful of not just saying, oh, or you'll be all right, or
Yeah.
just pray about it. Some things, it takes a lot more than that. They probably have been praying and haven't
Right.
received, because so mentally exhausted. So I think all of those things that we need to just take more accountability of hearing people. And now when I say hearing, I mean, listening to them naked, regardless to what happened the day before, what happened the moment before, but really truly just listening and honoring and not being so quick to brush it off, but really having sound wisdom, wise counsel when it comes to a lot of things, because it's a lot of stuff going on, and it's a lot of times people don't share. So if they come to the realization, I need to talk to somebody, and this is the person that I need to talk to because I trust them with what I'm sharing. I trust them to give me wise counsel. I trust them to not just blow me off as this is another situation or circumstance, but I'm looking to them for hope. This is my last leg of hope. I'm holding on to the stream. And I just believe we need to be more conscious and cautious of that.
So how do we do that? How do we slow down? You spoke about not
Mm-hmm.
taking time to smell the roses and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. I really feel like we're forever chasing something, and it
Yeah.
ain't always right. We're
Right.
forever chasing the bag. We're forever chasing the fame. We're forever
Mm-hmm.
chasing the likes, and we don't be still until something happens. Like
Mm-hmm.
we can't move. We're
Yeah.
in a hospital because we've had
Yeah.
heart attacks or strokes
Been
or
there.
right.
Yes.
And now we don't have a choice but to lay down and be
Mm-hmm.
here. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be in that place where I can't hear or listen, and I
Mm-hmm.
keep going so much to where the only way God can get my attention is lay my butt in a hospital.
Yes. Yeah.
No. And it's so easy to get caught up
So
in
easy.
it. You getting like I call it beast mode.
Yeah.
And that
Tunnel
means
vision.
right.
No distractions.
I don't need to eat. I don't need to use the bathroom. I don't nothing. I will sit here
Mm-hmm.
and do what I got to do literally
Yeah.
for 24 hours
Yeah.
without blinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that's quite healthy. And it's
No.
definitely not balanced,
Mm-mm.
but that's the mode sometimes I
Yeah.
will get in.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband will say, like yesterday, he said, let's go alligator watching. What?
Mental break, though. It's a mental shift.
It
It
is.
really is.
It is. And it's a park. So that park down the street, they have signs that say, watch out for the alligators.
Right.
But we had never seen one. But he went the other week and there was one in the water. I'm like,
Mm.
I hope you was in the car while you was videoing that. Because he videoing talking, well, there's an alligator, right? If you don't
Yeah.
get in the car, you know. But I said, no, I have this, and this to do. It got to be
Mm.
done today. I got to, and I'm thinking when he left, I'm like, what would it have hurt?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you do take that mental break and you're not on social media, your watch ain't going off, your phone ain't going off, all these things, do you realize we're connected 24 hours a day?
Yeah. Yeah.
We sleep with our phones, our watches. We can be in a bathroom
Yep.
and our watch will go off and we still, on our watch, using
Mm-hmm.
the bathroom.
Yeah.
And there's no shut off. There's
Yeah.
no shut off. And we wonder why we are wired and bananas in our head the way we are,
Mm-hmm.
why we're tired and stressed. Roses help.
Yeah.
Roses help stepping outside and smelling some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to go, but then when I get outside, it's almost like I don't want to go back in the house.
Exactly.
It's a
Exactly.
brand new day.
Exactly.
The flowers are pretty, dogs are cute, babies are around. It's just you
Yeah.
see stores you haven't seen. I would advise everybody take a break.
Yeah. For sure.
Take a
For sure.
break.
And
Even
what does the break look like? The break
I was
looks
getting ready
like
to ask you that.
seriously taking a break. Like, and I think, and you share with me your thought is, or if you agree, I think you have to make the conscious decision, even though there's a schedule, even though something needs to be done, you pre-plan. Like what I'm learning, first of all, it's work smarter and not harder, right?
Right.
If you have your
Right.
systems together, if you have your strategy together, you can set boundaries on what time, how long, what you're going to do actually on your schedule. Because and I've been there. I mean, any entrepreneur has been caught in the
Right.
hustle and bustle of, I need this money, so I
Right.
have to continue to do A,
Right.
B, C. And I know some of us as entrepreneurs, we did it, we overworked ourselves and still didn't get the money, right? And so
Right.
it's almost like pick and choose, right? What you gonna do? You gonna kill yourself trying and you don't
Right.
get it? Or are you
Right.
gonna work strategically and make it make sense so you get a better opportunity, right? And so for me, I had to say one thing is I got married, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
with that, I have to set boundaries. I have to set time to say, okay, you got to turn it off. But even if you're not, you still have to have a boundary set and be firm in your boundaries. Like, I don't work on Sundays. If you text me
Right.
on Sunday, I'm not going to, as much as sometimes I want to respond, I still have to have that boundary, because
On
if not,
purpose.
then I'll allow people to manage me. I'm my
Yes.
own boss. How will
Right.
I allow you to manage me? And here's the thing, Gladys B. When the folks go to work, they go to work from 8 to 5. They
Mm-hmm.
do not want their manager or CEO calling them or texting them in the middle of the night, after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, on the weekends, whatever their boundaries are.
Right.
But they don't respect the entrepreneur that has the same boundaries,
Right.
which is so
Right.
crazy to me.
It
And so
is.
I always have to use that analogy, like, do you want your boss calling you at 8 o'clock, texting you at 8 o'clock, looking for something? No,
Right.
you don't
Right.
have the same boundaries. So for me, I'm really firm in my boundaries. Now, whatever it is, it can wait. It is
It
not
can.
an emergency. If I
Right.
don't want to respond after a certain time, I won't, because
No.
it's not an emergency. Whatever I need to do with you is not going to change between tonight and tomorrow and
No.
me responding. And so
Right.
just setting those boundaries. And then it took many times for me, for
Yes.
God to say, okay, sit down. Since you're not going to do it, I'm going to sit you down for almost 3 weeks. I've been battling the month of April with some serious health concerns and
Mm-hmm.
issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, you know what? When the
Mm-mm.
doctor told me to sit down this time for 2.5 weeks, I did.
Good.
I
Good.
did. And so I think those are the things that people need to understand. And you have to take a
Right.
break.
And that's something I actually wanted to get a group of self-employed entrepreneurs to get together, because it does seem as though people don't respect the time when you are an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's almost like they feel you have the time and
Hmm.
they don't understand, but it's different, because if we don't work, we don't eat.
Yeah.
It's, if somebody at work, if you decide not to be at work, you still gonna get paid if you got
Yeah.
some PTO left. But us, if we don't do it, that
Yeah.
money's not coming in at all.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yes, my time is flexible, but I don't have the free time. So yes, I can say, okay, we'll go to brunch at 11, but what that
Hmm.
means is I got to go home and work another hour,
Yeah.
to make up for the time I was with
And
you at brunch.
let me say this too. Let me say this too. If you're supposed to have it, if you're supposed to have it, regardless to if you did it tonight or tomorrow, God is still going to allow it to go forth. And I think we miss that too. Like, just because you say you're going to put it off to tomorrow, if it's for you to receive, that's not going to make the difference. It's not going to make the
Mhm.
difference. And if you don't receive it, then that's an answer that you wasn't supposed to get it in the first place.
True, true. But we balance. I'm not
Hmm.
sure what that actually looks like, because for a minute I kept saying, well, that's a myth, because
Hmm.
there's no such thing as balance. Balance to me means everything is equal, but
Hmm.
balance in your life does not necessarily mean everything is equal. It
Yeah.
just means you put time where time needs to go.
Hmm.
It needs to be, and that way you're not overstressed and overdoing it. But If you don't hear nothing else, please make sure we're taking care of ourselves.
Mhm.
Because if we work and work and work until we can't work no more,
Yeah.
then who's gonna do it?
Mhm.
Because the job will replace you that
For
day.
sure.
I can get sick and call off or decide not to. I can pass away and somebody's gonna be at my desk the next day.
Mhm.
Like it didn't even happen. They're not even gonna grieve for you.
Mhm.
So we have to not kill ourselves trying to help somebody else's company, which is another reason I went straight entrepreneurship. Because if I'm a hustle and bustle, it's gonna be for mine. Period.
Mhm.
Period. So that's we can talk about that kind of stuff all day, but I want to get to some more stuff because I got a lot of stuff.
Okay.
You have a book,
I
Diamond in the
do.
Rough,
I do.
and it's to me, I think it's a little more than just a book. It's more like a testimony.
It is.
What inspired Diamond in the Rough? Because we know that diamonds are formed under pressure.
Mhm.
And many women watching right now that's going to watch the replay and the ones that's going to hear it all over the world are under pressure right now and wondering if they are being crushed or created.
Mhm.
So, what inspired? Give me a little rundown about Diamond in the Rough and what inspired it, what happened. Give me the cliff notes.
Okay, will do. So in 2014, I was riding in my car. So I got a divorce in 2013. 2014, I was riding in my car, and it was a lot of things that happened, transpired during the divorce, and all types of things, right? And so 2014, I was riding in my car, and the Lord told me that I was going to be speaking in front of a room full of women at the time about my situation, my scenario, my circumstance. And at the time, I was like, oh no, like, I don't want to, no, like, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to pull back. I don't even want to explain. I don't want to do any of those things. So during the pandemic, I was sitting down and I was sitting on my couch during the pandemic, and here it comes again. And the voice, it was, the time is now, right?
Mm.
And so in my mind, I was like, okay, where do I begin? I've never done this before. I don't know how to even put the bit. All I know is my situation, my circumstance. So a lot of people thought that the book was going to be about my divorce, etc. But what the book is about, it starts where I was divorced, but it talks about all the things that transpired after the divorce,
Mm.
business relationships um, that went bad, relationship that went bad. So every chapter of the book is showcase the bad, but it also showcase in the following chapter why that situation needed to take place. So it's a
Okay.
buildup of my own life's journeys, and it actually stops. It's supposed to be a sequel to Diamonds in the Rough so that I can talk about from where I ended to where I launched Meka Diamond Inc. So right now, I'm still writing the story from when I launched Meka Diamond Inc. to where I am now. So that's going to be the second book. The second book that's going to come
Oh, I can't wait. Well, I got to go get the first one first.
out.
I got to
Yeah.
go get that one so I can be ready for the
Mhm.
second. How has faith carried you through seasons
Whew.
when your purpose felt heavy?
Man. Because here's the thing about faith, right? Even from then, I went through depression. I went through suicidal thoughts. I remember praying, like, Lord, just take me in my sleep so that I don't have to deal with the earthly things anymore, right?
Mm.
Every night I was reading faith stories,
Mm.
which carried me to be like, okay, you think your situation is bad, but look at this situation. And they had faith in this. So if you just continue to have faith that you will get beyond this moment, that the clouds are going to separate so that you can see the sun again, then there's nothing else that can take place that you would not say that faith is going to carry you. So I stopped having so much thought of how things was going to happen and start believing that whatever faith has, when this situation, circumstances happen, that's what it is. And it made me feel a lot lighter in weight because even in situations where I didn't think certain things were going to take place, just because I believed, it may not have been what I wanted, but the faith that I had on where it was coming from, it carried me to whatever the situation was, whatever the outcome was. It was a God thing. And
Mhm.
so that what has carried me. I believe that if people would take the latter part of it and say, I want this thing, because some people pray that they're praying the faith that it's gonna happen this way. I'm gonna get
Right.
this, I'm gonna receive this, the outcome is gonna be this. And that's not really, it's the latter of whatever takes place. I have the faith of who it's coming from, and it shouldn't matter on what the situation or the circumstances are, because it needed to happen this way because of who I have faith in,
Right.
and not just what I have faith in the outcome of what's going to take place. Because I can pray all day and say, Lord, I want you to give me $30,000 to buy this car.
Right.
And if it don't happen, I'm upset about it. But no, I have faith that God said I don't need that $30,000 car for whatever reason. I don't.
Mhm.
And that's just my thought process. So that's what has carried me. Whatever the outcome is God outcome. It's not my outcome. So that's what's carried my faith.
And you made a good point with explaining that it's not us praying for exactly what we want versus being open to the will of God.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything we want is not necessarily good for us. And I'm a very, very, I'm an expert in that.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting stuff I don't need,
Mm-hmm.
and that could be anything. That could
Yeah.
be, okay, well, I'm gonna spend this much money on the car, but now
Mm-hmm.
you can't pay your car note. Or I really want him over there because he, big bald headed and black. And
Mm-hmm.
you'd be like, whew, I need that in my life. But
Mm-hmm.
he came with a whole bunch of heartache, like for real. So we have to get to the point, and it'll be better for us when we get to the point that it's not even about, okay, yes, Lord, I want that car, but your will be done.
Yes.
Yes, God, I want this, but your will be done.
Yes.
Because the safest place to be is in the will of God.
Yes.
And I've had to learn that the hard way, I would
Mm-hmm.
say, because I can't stand disappointment. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it almost ruins my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So I had got to the point where I'm like, I ain't even going to expect nothing because I can't deal with nobody else's disappointment. But that's not the way to go either. You
Right.
trust in the God that you serve,
Yes.
period. So,
Mm-hmm.
Lord, this is my heart's desire,
Yes.
but your will be done. Lord, I
Yes.
need to get, I had a thing where I wanted to get out of debt. It was one of my goals once the kids got grown. One of that, writing a book and getting completely out of debt and losing some weight. Those were my three goals.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, when I hit those three goals, I would move back to California with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Needless to say, I ain't hit all the goals. And I ain't going back to California.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember thinking, I wrote it all down. We are at a revival, and one of the evangelists said, get out a piece of paper, write down every debt, who you
Mm-hmm.
owe, what you owe. I don't care if it's a sister or brother, write every debt you got down.
Mm-hmm.
And she prayed a prayer, and she had us put it in our wallet or our purse or whatever, where we could see it every day. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember I posted it on my, pasted it right here on my computer, and stuff it was almost like it was opposite day right after that.
Mm.
Creditors was like this. One creditor, LVN credit, was like, oh, we taking you to court. Wait, whoa. Then the student loan people was like, ma'am, I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on? God, you said you was gonna do this. You said you was gonna get rid of this debt. And it's funny, it was about 2 years after. 2 years after, I happened to be, needless to say, I took that paper and tossed it somewhere, by the way. This is opposite of what's supposed to happen. 2 years later, when I was moving to Houston,
Mm-hmm.
and I found the paper. I didn't throw it away. I tossed it somewhere. So I found the paper, and everything on that list had been paid off.
Wow.
Wait, not the way I wanted it. The student loans garnished my wages. Boom, but they're
Mm.
gone. IRS was like, oh, yo, you didn't do 2012 taxes for this. I'm like, it's like 2020. What are you doing? And then I'm like, so I had to go do that, but it erased that.
Mm-hmm.
The court thing, I had to go to court. but we did for a lesser amount. It was a big amount, but that was gone. So
Mm-hmm.
nothing was happening the way I wanted it to. But
Yeah.
guess what? I was debt free.
Mm-hmm.
Debt
Mm-hmm.
free. Now, had you told me all that was gonna happen, I would have been like, yeah, nah. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
think it was gonna be that way. I wanted Jesus to
Mm-hmm.
blow on it and it disappear. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
needed him to do.
Yeah.
I
He
really
did
thought
it, but he did it his way though.
he did. He
He did
did it
it
in a way because had he just gave it to me,
his mm-hmm.
we just repeat cycles like
Yeah.
kids. If I allow my child to keep doing that, they're going to keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But when he has to work for it, we
Yeah.
have to work for certain things. If we, I'll give you a great one. If we really have to work at losing weight, we ain't gonna put no more cake in our mouth.
Mm-hmm.
If I get down because I've starved myself or been eating salads for 2 years and spinach and cauliflower rice, oh no, oh no, we ain't gonna mess that up again.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of those things where I was so frustrated with God
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, what's happening? I'm broker than I was before I prayed about it. And I'm like, but he always brings it around full circle to
Mm-hmm.
let you see exactly what he did,
Mm-hmm.
even though it was 2 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And it was being erased the whole time.
Yep.
Just not the way I needed him to
Mm-hmm.
do it for me.
Yeah.
But
That's exactly what how my book is too. It talks about how I felt in the moment. In the next chapter, it talks about why the previous chapter had to take place for the real time chapter that I was in that moment. So that's what it taught me. Because when I looked back as I was writing and I looked back at the different situations and scenarios, the release of people, the shift of people, the release of a job, all of the things, it didn't feel good in the moment, but I understood in that next chapter why it had to take place because of the elevation that took place in that real time chapter. And I think that's what has carried me as well, is because it's like understanding, like, okay, Lord, it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, but I know something is coming, the reason why that had to take place. So,
now, how long? Because I'm a little slow, but
mm-hmm.
how long did it take you to where when something came back up, you automatically be like, nope, God got it, before you understood wholeheartedly that
Mm-hmm.
his way is the best way?
Yeah.
Was it just automatically after that
It
you
was
were like,
so what
I got it?
once I got out of the depression of, because I was, when I tell you I was really, I wouldn't even come out of, I was living with my mom at the time. I wouldn't come out the room. I wouldn't eat normally how I would eat, and so my mom had to literally like force me to come out of the room. But I think once I told God, the year of 2000, because I was 2013, year of 2016 going into 17, because I couldn't find a job. It was just really difficult during that time. I didn't trust people because people were lying and they were just saying all the things and forming these groups of people to be, it was just a whole thing, right? But as I continue to read the word and as I continue to like really, really be in tune with God and the time, I told myself once I got strong enough, I said, I'm not going into the new year with this weight that I'm
Mhm.
carrying.
Mhm.
And once I made that conscious decision of that I wasn't going to take that with me into the new year, and I looked back when I went into the when I made that decision, and I need people to hear me like for real, for real. When I made that decision and wholeheartedly it was coming from my heart, Lord, I'm not taking this.
Mhm.
My complete life changed. I got a job. I felt better about myself. When anything, and I said, if I can get, Lord, if you get me out of this feeling the way that I feel, I will never go back to the way that I was. And because of that, from that moment on, I really consciously made that decision. So you asked me what it was that. It
Wow.
was, okay, Lord, if you allow me to get through this, anything that come my way, I can get through it. Anything that you throw at me, if it don't work out, if they leave, if they lie, anything that you throw at me, I know that I'm going to get beyond that. So that was the deciding factor for me. Now, it may not be for everybody else, but for me, I made the wholeheartedly conscious decision to say it's a God thing. So it don't have to be my way. It has to be whatever God's way is. I may not like it. I may be disappointed. It may sting a little bit, but I trust God more than I trust the circumstance or situation. And so I know that there's something, the reason why it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to work out. And now, because I know that when it don't work out, it always come back why it didn't work out. Always.
Always.
Yeah,
And it reminds me, it just puts me in the reminder of all things work together for the good. All means all, regardless of what we feel about it, regardless of what it looks like right this second, which is why we should be walking by faith and not by sight, because what we see can mess us up in our head. You know, like with the debt thing. If I would have went on completely what I was seeing, I'm like, wait, hold on. You know, what's going on? But by faith, you know, I was like, oh, okay. But all things work together for the good to them that love God. And I have to say it to people the way a gentleman said to me one day when something was, I was distraught. And he said, do you love God? And I'm like, what? Do you love God? Why are you asking me that? Do you love? Get out my face with that right now.
You know I love God.
The time. And he said, do you love God? I said, yes, I love God. He said, then it'll work out.
Yeah.
And and it sounds weird that moment, but it clicked. He's right. Because I do love him. And that's the word. And he cannot, the word will not come back to him void. So what the word says, it is. So all things work together for the good. So these are the kind of things I believe that's why he says to hide the word in your heart. Because when these things come up and you're nowhere near a church or a Bible or even a song, you remember the word. And that's what makes you sit up. It makes you hold your head up and reminds you that God is sovereign and that these things will work out. Good point. Good point for that. So you are widely recognized as a branding expert. Many women have businesses, gifts, books, products, ministries, and services that they are still hiding. They don't know how to show up. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to package the vision or tell the world who they are. If you can think about your line of work and what you do and what you help people do, what is the biggest branding mistake that entrepreneurs make?
One is thinking content creators are brand strategists.
Yeah, no.
The biggest mistake ever.
What's the difference?
The difference is a content creator is just a content creator. They're a graphic designer. They're creative in the outcome of a flyer, of marketing material. However, they don't have the strategy to understand how to market or brand what they've created. And I think a lot of business owners believe if I hire me a content creator and they make me this amazing video or this amazing commercial, then it's going to convert into sales. However, their job is only to make it be seen, but they don't have the strategy or the marketing expertise or branding expertise to make that conversion looks like for the client or the customer. And I think that's the biggest. So they spend a lot of money on social media managers. They spend a lot of money on content creators. They spend a lot of money on media production for commercials. And that's great. I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend that. However, you have to know how to convert it, how to convert all the glitz, the glamour. How do you convert it into a sale? How do you convert it into a new client? How do you convert it into someone who wants to partner with you, collaborate with you, all of the things. And I think that that's the biggest mistake that a lot of people that come to me have spent a lot of money on these particular people with the expectation that their delivery was going to be, I'm going to make more money. I'm going to sell more products. I'm going to sell more tickets. I'm going to have an event that has odd amount of people there. All of the things, right? And they don't have the strategy and knowing how to do that. There's so much more than just the content creation part of it. AI is great. It's a great tool. However, you still have to know how to utilize it in order for
Do.
it to convert. And that's the biggest mistake that I've seen with a lot of entrepreneurs, that their expectation is, because I hired you to create content, it's going to convert into whatever it is that the outcome is or the goal is that you want it to convert to.
So branding is more than just content creation, but is that how you make your brand visible, is with content, and then strategy is how you convert to sales?
Yes,
Okay.
that's it. That's
Okay.
exactly it. It can be
Okay.
pretty. Like, I mean, there's some pretty flyers, there's some
Yes.
amazing videos.
Right.
But if you're not speaking the verbiage to go along, if you just being seen, you're just being recognized, right? Starbucks has, we know what Starbucks is by the logo.
Mhm.
However, it's the products that you taste, it's what's in the products, it's that makes you want to buy it. If you
Okay.
say McDonald's has the golden arch, I always use this example. McDonald's has had the golden arch logo for before I was even born.
Hmm.
However, it's not the logo that's making the people buy the French fries. It's not
No.
the logo that's making people buy the hamburger. And so I think people think just because the Happy Meal comes out with a new box for Christmas, that doesn't mean I'm gonna go buy it,
Right.
right? Because the box is pretty. No,
Right.
you can
Right.
buy it because of what's in it. And I have to brand what's in it for it to convert into people going and buy the box. And I think that's what a lot of people miss. They miss
I
that.
think it is. I think it is, and that's good. Good advice. And I know you actually teach that at
Mhm.
the academy, correct?
Mhm. Mhm. I
Okay.
definitely
So
do.
how is can you tell the audience what they can learn, a little bit of what they can learn at the academy and how they can sign up?
Yes. So the MD Inc. Academy is you're learning, right? I believe in, I'm not a gatekeeper when it comes to the knowledge, because what I want is, I want for you to go out and hire someone who you need to do specific things because you understand what you need, right? And a lot of people don't. They have absolutely no idea how to bridge the gap to get to the conversion, right? We have stuff that's thrown at us every day. Pretty flyers, we got AI, we got prompts, we got content creators, we got videos, we have all of the things, which is great. You need that. However, what I love to do is to pick your business apart and put it back together based on what you need, based on your short-term goal, based on your long-term goal. So with the academy, I have specific classes that are catered to what the need is. Anybody who has done any class, or anybody, excuse me, who has been a one-on-one client, I do a strategy. We do a brand audit. I need to know what's missing before I can fix what it is that you need, right? And I always
Mm.
use this analogy. When you go to the doctor, you tell the doctor the symptoms, the pain points of what it is that's troubling you with what's happening. You can't just go into a doctor's office and not tell them what's happening
Right.
for you to know what you're supposed to fix or what prescription he's supposed to give you. So
Right.
for me, I take that same process. Let me see what your pain points are so that now I can prescribe you the medicine that will be able to fix whatever pain that you're having in your business. So that's what we do with the academy. We have group classes, we work on specific things. It doesn't matter where you are in your business. If you do a branding session with me, a brand audit session, or a strategy session, you know what you need. So if I offer a class, I need that class. I need to take that class. But if you're just signing up for stuff, you're paying a whole lot of money for things and no one is asking you what your business need, you may be paying for stuff that you don't need or you don't even understand, right? And so for me, I always look at the client as someone that I need to take from where they are and help them to understand, so that now we can work the strategy. Now you will know who you need to hire for specific things. Now you will know what to tell your content creator to create for you, that's going to assist with your branding, your marketing, and your strategies, right? Because as
Mhm.
long as you're making pretty flyers and you're doing that, yeah, that's great. But you're not getting the sales, you're not getting the conversion, because there's a process. The meat and potatoes is in the is catered with. It's like a hamburger. You need the meat in between the burger in order for you to eat a good burger. So,
Right.
and I keep
Right.
using those, and I don't know why I keep using McDonald's, but anyway, just to make sure that we understand the concept of what it is. And I think a lot of business owners don't have that. They don't know. And so they just spend money on the spaces where it's the glitz and glam looks good. Oh my God, her flyers are great. Oh my God, she has an event that she's doing and the flyers look like there's going to be a million people there. Let me get a vendor table. And they haven't even branded it correctly
Right.
for you to get the return on the investment that you're paying. And so that's what we do with the
Right.
academy. I just want to teach, educate, help you move the needle in your business, your nonprofit, and you know what you need in order to move your own needle so that you can feel like so that you can feel as if you got a return on your investment. One, with knowledge, and then two, you can retain the knowledge so that if you go out and you hire someone else, you can be specific in what you ask and not be just another broad client of them creating things that's not even moving the needle or getting a conversion in your business or your nonprofit.
So, is there a difference between popularity and true brand authority?
Girl, we need a whole nother Sisters Cafe. I need a whole nother hibiscus drink and everything in between. Yes. And I don't, for me, and I'm saying this in as humble as I can.
Mhm.
I am known in a lot of different areas when it comes to radio, when it comes to branding, when it comes to a lot of different things. However, don't hire me just for that. Like, have a conversation with me
Right.
to let me know what your issue is so that I can say, that's not my area, level of expertise in that area. However, I know someone that can assist you
Right.
in what it is that you need, but that's not my level of expertise, right? I think people hop on the bandwagon of what it looks like rather than what the reality is. Social media, you can I can post I'm a millionaire tomorrow. I made $1 million last night in my sleep. And everybody who has been watching will probably say, Meka, I need to take your class. I want to be your
Right.
one-on-one client.
Right.
No, get on the phone and ask me how I made the $1 million and let me see it. Anybody can tell you. You can ask any client that I have had in the past, any client that I have, they are going to vouch for what they have received from me to get a return on their investment. If you can't ask anybody, if you can't ask the proper questions, if you haven't seen it, don't let social media fool you, because they will. They will. They'll be anybody they want to be tonight.
Anybody.
Anybody. And then
Anybody.
you'll be fooled because you'll be then spent whatever the money is, the dollar value for what you see versus how they can assist you. And granted, some clients, the levels are different. They are not the same.
Mm-mm.
If you're meeting them where they are, you may be in a different position than the next. So how can I offer you the same thing? I cannot. It just wouldn't
No.
make sense. And I think that's what's missing too. Like, you can't group everybody together with
Mhm.
one specific thing. It don't work like that.
No.
Imagine if a doctor could say, how many people are in here that have a pain in their knee? And I'm gonna give y'all all hydrocortisone. I don't know if you're allergic to it. I don't know if it works. I haven't checked your blood pressure.
Right.
I don't
Right.
know nothing about you, but I'm gonna give you all the same
Oh.
medicine. No, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I think when people start looking at it from a reality, a real perspective, such as the little small analogies that I'm giving, a light bulb will go off and you say, you know what? She sure is right. I didn't ask them no questions. I just said, I'm gonna buy this class. I'm gonna buy this package. She don't know nothing about me. I don't have the, and so those are the things that I like to assist with when it comes to business owners. So
Okay. So we are actually coming almost to a close. So I have to do this segment, which is the famous rapid fire segment. So that means I'm going to say something, and then you have to give me the first thing that comes to your mind without thinking.
Okay.
Some of them are questions and some of them are either ors.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you need a sip of hibiscus or anything?
Let me see, because you told me, so I may need one.
Okay. That's funny. All right. Faith or strategy?
Faith.
Purpose or platform?
Purpose.
Branding in one word.
Strategy.
A woman should never shrink because
She's walking the custom design shoes that are for her.
I love it. I love it. Your biggest business lesson.
My biggest business lesson, you told me not to think.
And
My
you're
circle
thinking,
of influence.
you know what? For real. That's real. That's real.
Mhm.
But I'm big on the check your squad. So
Yes.
yes. Your favorite way to reset.
Um, go out to a nice dinner.
Mm, I like dinner. One word for this season of your life.
Balance.
Coffee, tea, or a smoothie.
Coffee.
One thing entrepreneurs need to stop doing.
One thing, because it's hard.
You don't have to, whatever you say.
Something that we talked about earlier. Check your, I'm just going to say, not allow social media to be your deciding factor when it comes to your business.
All right. And one thing entrepreneurs need to start doing.
Check and review client reviews. Checking client reviews.
Radio or television.
Oh, that's hard because I do radio and I don't listen to the radio in the car. So I'm going to say television.
Okay. Speaking or writing.
Speaking.
Last one, prayer or planning.
Prayer.
Right. I
Yeah.
probably would have said both.
Yeah. I could have said both, but I was trying to listen to the instructions.
You did well. You did well. You did good on the rapid fire. So,
Yeah.
what I need to do before we get off of here is please let us know how we can stay in contact with you.
Absolutely. First, thank you so much for allowing me to share on your platform in the cafe. Thank you so much. I enjoyed today. And you can follow me on all social media platforms. I'm Meka Diamond, Meka_Diamond on Instagram, and then also Meka Diamond Inc. on all platforms.
And where do they go to sign up for the academy again?
So there are some classes that are online. If you go to my website, Meka_Diamond_Inc.com, there are some offers that are on my website. I don't have any one-on-one client opportunities right now, but there are some classes, some group classes that I do have available that you can go to the website. Again, www.Meka_Diamond_Inc.com.
All right. Well, y'all heard it all here. Meka, we are so glad that you were here. I learned a lot. I hope y'all learned a lot. And if you didn't learn anything, contact her because she can let you know what you need to know. But branding is important. Having faith is important. And understanding that God is sovereign is important. We thank you for being. Oh, wait, don't forget to go to the website and check us out at www.sisterscafeinc.com. Catch us every Wednesday for Woman Crush Wednesday on Power Influence Radio. Then go over to Daily Faith Network. We're a whole channel over there on Daily Faith Network. Lock into that Sisters Cafe YouTube channel so that way you don't miss nothing. And again, if you missed anything I said, just go to the website at www.sisterscafeinc.com. And we'll see you again soon for another segment of Sisters Cafe. Bye.